On tonight. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Carolyn Jones. I'm a certified life coach and a health coach with a passion for supporting women to be healthy and even more fabulous. Many of you who are on here know I love everything health and beauty, mind, body, spirit. You may have seen some of my yoga posts, my health posts about food and all that good yummy deliciousness, and I want to put more of that out into the world. Hey Dashelle, hey Glenn, this is for the ladies, so send us some love. And if you do stay around, I want you to pass the message along to the ladies in your life, but know that this is for the ladies tonight, so we're going to ask you to honor this space. Hey Beverly, so good to see you. So as I was saying, I'm a life and health coach, and I love sharing my message about supporting women to be healthy and even more fabulous. We're already fabulous, right? Many of us. Some of us don't own our fabulousness yet, but that's all about a choice, right? When you're ready to own it and step into it, you will. But know that you're already fabulous, and my job and my journey is to just help pull out more of that. As many of you already know that in 2010 I lost my mom to a sudden and massive heart attack, and that's been a really hard journey. You know, I am one of three, the only girl, and I spent a lot of time with my mom. We would talk almost every day. So it's a huge loss in my life not to have my mom, but I want to share the message of being healthy, mind, body, spirit, expressing ourselves in all of our beauty, our femininity, our essence, our passion, putting all that goodness into the world, because sometimes it gets squished down or we forget to call it forth because we get so busy being a mom, a student, a sister, a wife, doing so many things for everybody else that sometimes we forget to tap back into home, that sacred sanctuary inside of us, our spirit, our soul that's always speaking to us. And sometimes we just quiet those whispers because we're always going after the next thing and the next thing and the next thing. And sometimes we can then wonder, well, why do I feel bitter? Why do I feel depleted? Why do I feel lonely? Or tap in. Tell me some of the things that you feel when you really know that you're not tapping into your home space. That's that place inside of you that's soulfully, deeply, spiritually connecting you to everyone and everything, connecting you to source. I call source God. You may call it universe. Some may call it spirit. But what are those things that sometimes make you feel like I'm just not connected, and thereby you're not feeling that juiciness, the femininity that God has placed inside of us, your sensuality, your sexuality. So some of that gets just, again, we put a lid on it, and it's like, okay, so what happened? And this is our season to really come back home, tap into all the yumminess inside of us. Do you feel that pull energetically? I know I do. Is that yearning to come back home to myself each and every day. Many of you know I do yoga, and yoga is a practice, right? So the more I practice, the better I become, or the more I do. But it's not about being better. Yoga is a journey. You could do yoga for years and then show up in class and maybe your balance is off. Maybe you can't get into a particular pose that you could get into yesterday or even last week, because it's a practice. And what's going on inside of us affects what's coming out of us. So the internal does affect the external. So tonight I just wanted to jump on and share a little bit about what I'm going to be up to for the next 7 weeks. For the next 7 weeks, I'm going to jump on Facebook Live, put up posts, and I want this to be interactive. Thank you everybody who's joining. Ryan, Camille, Deacon Adams. Gentlemen, this is for the ladies. So I would love for you to just send us some hearts and send us some love, give us some shout outs. and bid us adieu, if you will, because this is for the ladies. But if you do stay and you're, lingering in here, I do expect you to pass this message along to the women in your life. Everybody on here, feel free to invite some friends over to come and play. Hey, Jen, good to see you. So, again, this is for the next 7 weeks. I'm going to be online, and I want this to be interactive. So please, if you're going to hang around with me, show up, type I'm in, I'm in. We're going to be doing some activities that are going to be fun, showing up for each other. I want this to be a sacred space of sisterhood, of love, a space that is non-judgmental, a space that is supportive, because let's face it, we all need support in our lives, and support does not have to come from people we know. We need to support each other as women, as a sisterhood, as a community, so that our light, when my light is dim, I can get light from you. Basically, if we're just we'll consider each other candles. If I can hold my flame to yours to light you up, sister, I will do it. And when I need you, I expect you to do the same for me, because that's what we need more of in this world and what we're doing. We need to light each other up on a daily basis. Don't be afraid to give somebody a compliment. Don't be afraid when you're feeling down to reach out and say, you know what? I need some help. I can't do this on my own. Many of us are taught to be that strong woman. The days of being a strong woman is over. I don't even know whoever created that, because we all need to be supported. We all need somebody. I know I grew up with those messages. What goes on in this house stays in this house. Well, you know what? Somebody next door down the street is probably going through the same thing. And if we come together with our messages, we can help each other. And we could do it a lot quicker together than we can doing it on our own. So let's remember that as we move forward, especially over the course of these next 7 weeks. If you see a post and somebody says, I need some help, or can you support me with this? If you've got the tools, the resources, a kind word, jump in there. Let them know, girl, I see you. I support you. I am here to help you. Yes, Reverend Kathy, together. Reverend Kathy, this is Kathleen Smallwood on here. That sister is bad. If you have never heard her preach, I want you to find her on social media and listen to her words and her writing. She is the minister of music. She sends out daily messages. She's just amazing. I mean, my friends on here, Mom Shirley, my cousins, Lisa, I see you. Just friends popping up, women showing up, Beverly White showing up. If I forgot, Kathleen Booker, Yvette, Dashell, the gentlemen who are still on here, just hearting you up, throwing you some love. Katia, just going through this list. If I've forgotten anybody, Janae, Colette, Linda, Myra, if you're still on here, Roz, who else? Shaniqua. And if I've forgotten anybody, just say, hey, you forgot me, and I will call you out. But, hey, Colette. So, let's support each other over these next 7 weeks. I'm going to do some Facebook Lives. I may even have a couple giveaways or surprises. We'll see what happens. May have something a little special at the end if you show up for the 7 weeks with me. So let's see how this goes. This is my first time doing this and stretching myself in this way, because I've committed to now get on Facebook in some sort of way for the next 7 weeks, and at least 2 times a week doing a Facebook Live. So that's a little scary, but I'm going to do it, because when we commit to something, that means I'm committing to you, because now I'm accountable to you. So I expect you to hold me accountable. And also shoot me some topics, shoot me some questions if you think of some things you want me to just talk about or answer over the course of the next 7 weeks. Thank you, Reverend Kathy. So I just want to jump into the first step. And I wrote myself a couple notes because I don't want to forget anything important. And I mentioned over that this is going to be a 7-week journey, and I'm inviting you on this journey because I created this to keep you and me connected, mind, body, spirit. And this is going to be a journey of enticing and inspiring us to reclaim our divinity, our powerful feminine essence, to play with it, to show up big, to stretch your stuff a little bit more over these next few weeks. You know you want to, and I want to see it, and I want you to see mine too. So let's not be afraid to work with what we have. Celebrate the women we are right now and the women we are becoming. Because if you woke up today, God is giving you another chance to do something, to get it right, to mend a relationship, to love bigger, love stronger, start that business, do whatever. Tell somebody you love them. Tell somebody I'm sorry if you need to. So today, if you have been given a new day, this is your time to play full out, and to show up in your feminine essence. That's a lot, and it feels so good. Just feel it. You just feel, put your hand on your heart. That's you. That's all you. That's your juice. That's your yumminess. That's your magic. And you know what? It's uniquely yours. Nobody can do it like you can do it. So if you have forgotten that, I'm here to tell you, nobody, type that in the comments. Nobody can do it like I can do it, because God created you to be unique. No one has the same fingerprint as you do. Now, think about that. When is the last time you thought about how unique and different you are? Not based on the labels that, society has told you that, yes, you're a great entrepreneur, you're a great student, you're a great this. What has your soul told you that you're good at? What has God been reminding you, tapping you on the shoulder? Like, hey, when I created you, I gave this gift to you. So it is uniquely yours, and only you can do it this way. Yes, we may be gifted in the same areas, but you can't do it like I can do it. And I can't do it like you can do it. So that makes us magical in and of itself. And when we come together, if you could do it like you do it, and I could do it like I can do it, well, we could just set the world on fire with the flames that are just coming from us internally. Think about that. Think about when you walked in the room. If you just said, you know what? I know who I am. I am celebrating even on a bad day. When you just, like, I'm not feeling all of me today, but I know that I am equipped with gifts that God gave me. You just show up in that essence. You can change the tone of an entire room when you show up knowing who you are. You don't have to brag about it. You don't have to tap somebody on the shoulder and be, guess what? Guess what I could do? No, you just show up as you. People recognize light. Light recognizes light. So when you show up in your light, even when it's dim, my soul recognizes your light. Your soul recognizes mine. We just need to be able to connect and not be afraid to connect with it, and call someone out when their light is not as bright as you know it to be. That is our responsibility, to keep calling each other forward. We have to call ourselves forward so we can call the next generation forward, and the next generation, and the next generation. We need each other to stay supported, to stay connected. Yes, thank you for the comments, ladies. They're going by so fast. So if I missed a question, type it again. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Loving you all. So tonight, I want us to talk about just honoring the first step of the journey we're going to take together, is honoring where you are right now. That means honoring your joys, honoring your pains, honoring your wants, honoring your yearnings. When is the last time you thought about something? What do you yearn for? Who's bold enough to tell me, when is the last time you thought about something, that deep longing, something you yearn for, no matter what it is? And you weren't ashamed to say, I yearn for this. What is something your yet to be realized dreams? These are the places. Honor where you are. There's things in your life that maybe you don't have yet. And maybe you think God has even forgotten about it, but God hasn't. What is something you yearn for? I know I yearn for the love of my life. I yearn to have that relationship with my partner, the one that we are connected on a soul level. And you know what? I know he's on his way. So what do you desire? What are you yearning for? Who wants to just show up and tell me a little something about honoring where you are? What's a joy you want to honor? What's a pain you want to honor? What's a dream that you are working on or that you still desire that you just want to say, I honor it? Camille, I hear you, girl. I yearn for peace. That is a huge yearning, just to have peace in your life, because you need it. You need peace in your mind, your body, and your soul. You need to be able to tap in so you can hear what your soul is saying. You can hear from God. Peace is so very important. And thank you for sharing that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anybody else want to share? I don't know why the lighting got dark, but again, I'm learning how to use this to the best of my ability. So the first step is to honor where you are. So over the next few days, I'll probably pop back on live on Thursday and I'll check in with you all. I want you to find a way to either journal, drop your comments here. If you like to walk and talk and do audio, Mom Shirley, I hear you. You yearn to be debt free. I'm sick of bills. I hear you. And you know, our pastor, the Reverend Dr. DeForest Buster Stories, we have the D-Free program at our church. If you have not heard about it, I suggest you all check it out, because we need to be D-Free so that we can set up, so we can have wealth, and we can also create generational wealth, because we want to make sure that the generations who come after us have something that we want to pass them on something. We want them to have something to set them up for the future so that they can then set the next generation up and the next generation up. Thank you, Beverly. Hey, Lynn. So in the comments, I want you to think about over the next few days, honoring where you are. And what I mean by that is the woman you are right now, with all your joys, all your pains, all your sorrows. Light and dark are only the two sides of the same coin. I can be light or I can be dark, but it's still the same coin. And, you know, many of us are taught, oh, don't honor the dark. Well, without the dark, you don't get to the light, right? So honor all parts of you. If you're angry at somebody, if you're having trouble getting over the death of somebody, if your joy is just overwhelming, honor that. Honor that you don't have something that you really want right now. Honor the fact that, you know what? I thought I would be so much further along right now, but I'm not. Stand in your place. Stand in your essence right now, because so many times we always want to get over there, right? What's over there? But I don't know what's going on right here, and I'm missing the journey to get over there. So what happened here that I'm missing, right? That's a big piece. We all need to have our testimonies, and in the journey is your testimony that you're going to be able to pull another sister along, because you're going to be able to tell her how you got there. But you need to honor where you are. Totally. That's right, Reverend Smallwood. Honoring where you are totally. Each piece of you, whether it's I want to lose 5 or 10 pounds, girl, I just want to honor, I can't stop eating chocolate. Whatever it is right now, during this particular week, as we focus on this step, I just want you to honor where you are. Don't judge it. That's right, Lynn. Embrace the process. Trust it, which can sometimes be hard, because that saying is, you are exactly, however it goes, you're right where you're supposed to be right now, whatever. I struggle with that sometimes because being a type A personality, multi-talented, I'm like, I know things should be a little bit different, but I know God has a purpose and a plan for me. And I've learned so much in the stillness, or in the place of just being. And at times, you know what's huge? I'm going to tell you, surrender. Surrender is huge. And to honor your surrender, when you get to a place of just saying, I surrender, watch what happens in your life. Watch your shoulders drop. Watch your breath become more expansive when you surrender to the what is. Even in the difficult moments, surrender it, let it go. Ask God to help you. Like I said, I call God, God. I make no bones about being a Christian woman. You may call God source, universe, spirit. That is totally your right and up to you. But learn what it is when you find that place of surrender. And that's a daily walk, because sometimes we want to say, Lord, source, whatever you call it, I surrender. But then you're like, oh, I was just kidding. I had my fingers I was just kidding. And you go back and you pick it up. That is not surrender. Surrender is letting it go. Yes, Colette, release your shoulds. In the coaching world, we have a saying, you have to stop shoulding all over yourself. Because when we keep saying, I should have done this, I should have done that, I should have, that's not getting you anywhere. It's keeping you stuck in the past, and it's making you miss what's going on right here in the moment. Beverly wrote, honoring acceptance of the challenges so that we can move forward. Thanks. I sometimes say, God, please let me hear you. Amen. Camille said, power lives in unlikely places. Yes, it does. And we have to be willing to put a foot, some of us maybe just put a toe sometimes into those unlikely places, because many times your blessing is not wrapped in the packaging you think it should be wrapped in. So don't miss out by thinking something should come one way and you're expecting it to come. I heard a pastor talk about his mom. He told a story about when he was a child, and he really wanted something for Christmas, and his mom, so there was a package under the tree when he woke up Christmas morning. And this package was wrapped in like a brown paper bag. You remember how we used to cover our books back in this day with the brown paper bag. Don't act like y'all didn't use brown paper bags to cover your books. But his mom had wrapped it in a brown paper bag. So he unwrapped all his toys and he said he was playing with toys that he didn't even want to play with because they were wrapped in pretty wrapping paper. So his mom said, well, why aren't you opening that one? Hey there, Desmond. Hey there, Charles. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just want you to know that this is a space for the ladies, so send us some love. And if you do, I can't make you jump off, but if you do decide to stay, I ask that you share these tips with some of the ladies in your life. Otherwise, we'll see you soon. But thank you for jumping on and sharing some love with me. So he was opening all the other gifts, and his mom said, well, why didn't you open that one? And he said, oh, I will. And she said, well, I'm going to take that one back. And he said, no, don't take it back. She said, well, you haven't opened that one, so I should take it back. And he said, well, Mom, that one doesn't look like the other ones. So where in your life has something not looked like the other ones and you were a little afraid to open it up or didn't want to touch it because it didn't look like what you thought it should look like? So his mom gave him a lesson and said, baby, that is something that you really wanted. And I went out and got it for you at the last minute because I knew you really wanted it. But I ran out of wrapping paper. So that's why it doesn't look the same. And inside of the gift, wrapped in the brown paper bag, was the gift that he had desired most. So be very, very careful about how your package shows up and whatever that is for you in your life. So again, this week, I want you to just honor where you are, all parts of yourself. Take this week to not judge yourself in any way. When you look in the mirror, I'm going to ask you this. When is the last time you stood in the mirror and just looked at yourself? Looked at yourself naked with no clothes on, your beautiful body, and everything that you would criticize and judge, and just sent it love? When is the last time you just caressed yourself and said, I love you, I love you, I love you? Because this body has carried you a mighty long way. Some of you have produced babies. We've gone through surgeries. We've lost parts of ourselves. We've been a size 2 and a size 20, but you're still here. So honor all parts of you this week. Do something to honor yourself. Look at yourself in the mirror and in the eye and say, girl, I love you. Blow kisses at yourself. Make this the week where you do your best to find no fault. I do that when I need a good laugh. Just kidding. Miss Shirley, you know what? I love her. That is my mom, Shirley. Self-acceptance. Yes, self-acceptance. Find every way this week to honor every part of you. Your hair, your nails, everything about you. And journal about it. Journal, write it down. Make a note to yourself. If you like to audio, tape it. So you can go back to it and ask yourself, how did I feel about that? Or what in what areas do I need to give myself some more love and attention? Because you know, when you find a way to honor yourself, when you find a way to juice your own self up, you juice others up just by showing up. So find a way this week. And I'm going to check in. We're going to come back on Thursday. I'll post some other things throughout the week. And I would love you all to tell me, to share how you honored yourself and what came up for you. And what is the lesson that you would share with another sister who comes back to join us? What is the lesson that you would want her to know? If you had to share a lesson with her, show up. That's right. What is a lesson that you would share with her from your experience of honoring yourself? Now, Reverend Kathy, I would love for her to get on. And she's got this sassy walk, honey. She's and the way she honors herself, she'll let you know, I know how to walk like a woman. And yes, she can work it. So even just your walk, your talk, how do you honor yourself? This week, put a little more sachet in those hips if you desire to. Just play full. I don't know who's putting these laughs, Reverend Kathy. Play full out with me this week, because I would play full out with you. So play full out with me. Honor every part. Honor your light. Honor your dark. All parts of your femininity. All parts of your essence. And come back with me on Thursday and let us all know what you learned. And I want everybody to share at least one thing. Don't leave me hanging. This is tough getting on here. So don't leave me hanging, and play with me over the course of the next 7 weeks by just showing up, showing some support, and let me know how I can serve you along the way. I love you all. I appreciate you showing up with me tonight. I want to blow kisses and honor each and every one of you along this journey. And I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. I'll see you again live on Thursday. God bless you, ladies. Bye.